It all started one day. I was wild, free. Many different things were different. I never really experienced anything. My story's very different than others. Everyone says I have a squeaky voice. So, one day I was walking. I couldn't see my herd anywhere. Then I saw this place. It didn't look friendly. I ran. But eventually, I got caught. It was very different. I could have ran, but I felt something inside me that was just afraid. So when I freaked out, my legs were pounding. There was so much dust. When I saw another horse, it freaked me out more. I tried to back away, but it was wild too, so I trusted it more. I didn't know why it had reins on. It told me that, there was no way to escape these humans. So I thought there could have been one way. But this is where the story begins. Really. I saw this girl. She was walking around. She seemed lost. She seemed new. Now, when she came close, she gave me some rubs, which I enjoyed a lot. I figured she wouldn't hop on me, but she did. It felt different than other humans, like coming close. She felt way different. As I said goodbye to the other person, I realized that she could hold on to me. I felt free again. But then she said to me, "Hi boy, how you doing? I know you want to be with your herd. Why do you go on?" I was a little confused. Honestly, no one's ever been nice to me before like that. I was kind of a loner, which that means lonely. So I was walking one day when I saw this competitive person. She freaked me out. I backed away slowly. Horse didn't seem nice either. I really couldn't stand it. I was freaking out. Then I took off. It was crazy. Honestly, I was taking off. I really, really wanted to be with my herd, but I had to remember that I was a loner. They kicked me out. I should tell that story later, but we're on this story now. And plus, this is actually happening right now. Ah! So, anyways, besides the point, I'm freaking out right now. What the horses? Ah! Someone, she's wearing an exclamation point hat. Whatever that thing is, I'm running. I was so scared that I really didn't feel it. I was running, but I saw something in the distance. It was moving on a couple wheels. I ran! I jumped, and I made it. I didn't trust that thing. I fell down the steep hill, but I didn't really care. I just knew that thing wasn't trustworthy. I had to catch up with it. I had to know what it was. I don't know if you knew this about me, but I'm a good adventurer. And then I was so close. when suddenly I ran into something. It hurt me super bad, but I kept going. I couldn't see it anymore. I mean, there it was, but it was hard. Honestly, didn't feel the same way. And I saw the farmer thing again. It still freaked me out. Everything was new here. But for some reason, I thought tame horses always said humans controlled them. This human wasn't controlling me. She was rather just riding me. Now, that's besides the point. I mean, you still can't trust a human like that. But honestly, I think I did. I had to jump. I honestly really like the fields, but this tractor thing, or whatever the humans call it, was just not trustworthy. Now, my human said, "Stop, boy, stop!" I didn't know what stop meant, but I kept going. I've never heard of that word before. I could understand all her other words, but just stop wasn't what I heard. She seemed upset, though. I could sense it. Honestly, I really didn't know. I mean, could I trust her? And then all of a sudden, we went to jumping lessons. Now, I'm going to try this, I was thinking. But was I really going to try this? I mean, I never heard of it or anything like that. But then I realized that she wasn't doing those things with me. She was just taking me to the stable, but this stable didn't seem like the one I'd been through. Now I was opening the door, I was shutting my eyes like she said. I saw horses and ponies. She was riding me in. I saw different horses. Then all of a sudden, she put me in the stall that said Berry Angel. I was so confused. I mean, honestly, who could trust that? I was freaking out. I honestly didn't trust this, but I knew I could trust her. I was like moving in different directions because I didn't trust her. She hopped off me. Guess my new name's Berry Angel. And she was looking at this other horse. Seems like she wanted to adopt him, but no way. Oh, hi, boy. Do you want a home as well? I could take care of all of you. Yes. All right. She still was freaking out at me. But suddenly she left. She was looking at all these different horses. She was adopting all of them. I think that means taking, like to take care of, but we're animals. We should be free. I was thinking. Honestly. Now that's besides the point. She was taking me for a ride, and that's all I really need to know. But she made me stop. She hopped off, and then she let me out again. I honestly thought that I was supposed to run back to her, but nah, she let me out. But I kept thinking about her. And eventually the next day I did come back. The competitive rider. I was freaked out. That horse has some moves, I was thinking. Wait. Who's her? She doesn't seem nice. I was running. I couldn't stand it. I mean, I was really, really, really raged. That horse was no match for me. But I wasn't really so focused on it. I mean, I could see my herd again, but the problem was, would I really know where they were? Then I was thinking, wait a minute, they must have been over there. I think I saw them. I was running. Then all of a sudden, I stopped. I was in the bushes, walking. I saw them, but I really saw this golden horse, and she was really pretty. One of the horses just didn't think I should go. I was mad about it. I was enraged. We fighted. But sadly I lost. So I had to promise I wouldn't come back. That's how I lost my herd. Jumping in rage and madness. Just running. Every time I saw a horse with some gear and stuff on, it just freaked me out. But then all of a sudden I saw these riders. It was freaky. I really didn't. It was freaky. Like, I literally was so scared. They were all, like, so competitive. They were saying, beat you at the... I bet I can go faster than... I was running. It felt like my herd. And that was the moment where I trusted humans more. Now that girl was... I figured out that she was still owning me. She was just having her own time. But this herd thing was really amazing. I loved it so much. But I don't think any of them could see me. I mean, I do have some magical powers, and I'm not sure that they could all see me. I mean, I am a majestic horse, so I try to keep my majestic away. But I was still running free, which that made me happy. I could beat everyone. Now, I still wasn't the leader of the herd, which made me mad. So, I tried to jump on the rocks. I fell, but for some weird reason, it just didn't hurt. I felt happy. It was weird. Then someone took a photo of me running. That moment, I felt like that person could actually see me. Changed the background and everything. It was really weird. I actually saw something of me. I know it was called a photo, but it was just so scary. So I was running, kicking dirt. Then all of a sudden, I heard a sound. I was trying to stop the rider, my herd. And really, honestly, it just scared me so much. But I knew, even though I wasn't the leader of the herd, I could still help in a way. Then, when I was running, I fell. It hurt, but I knew I had to keep going. I could barely run. I stopped. Then all of a sudden, the little girl came back. She put that big picture again. I hate when she does. But anyways, she put something on me. I hated it. She said, "Hey boy, I know you don't like us, but we're gonna have to be training you." I did not like the word training, but I knew it was what I had to do to stay with her. I had to only show that I could be a tamed horse and a wild horse. She was a really good rider. I mean, for a beginner. I was running. I didn't feel injured anymore. I felt happy. I've never experienced it before, but I honestly only experienced it once in my life, and that was now. I love to walk around the bridge. I tried, but I fell. But something saved me. I didn't know what it was. I tried to climb back up the rocks. It was scary. Then all of a sudden, I had an idea. I jumped. I made it. I never thought I could. And then all of a sudden, since all the crowd people saw me, they were proud, but I still had to wear the step for the competition. So I was ready. I had to train hard. We had to learn how to jump fences and all that stuff. I ran. I tried. I really made it. But she said to the people, my horse doesn't have to wear the bridle gear and tacking stuff, right? Her friends were very mean to her. That made me rage. And so, she knew I wasn't supposed to wear that stuff, but she didn't care. She still rode me happily and freely. So we were running, and we were finally ready for the competition. All that training really paid off. It's the final day. We'd lose more than Stables if we didn't win this. All the other riders. I honestly didn't want to lose my owner either, because really, I just didn't. I saw my herd again. I saw that golden horse. Figured out she liked me too. And she hated that black horse who kicked me out. But I kept running. I didn't need my herd anymore. I just needed me. Competition, I know. I was thinking in my head. The blacksmith was very, very there. He wanted me to wear horseshoes. Psst, I thought. But he wasn't about to get me, so I didn't wear any horseshoes. I was just more wild. So I did some training. Well, I already finished with the big competition. She was getting us signed in. She was talking and talking until we finally got to the race. I jumped. I jumped. I jumped. I jumped again. I just felt so happy and free. I knew the judges were watching, but then I stopped. They said I had to keep going, but I didn't. But then I had to. I mean, my owner really wanted me to, so I really had to. But I finished the race. But then my owner said, we still have more races to do. I'm sorry, boy. But the final race was the most important race. Now, she gave us some money for entering. She was proud of us. Just in case we didn't. This wasn't the real deal, but the last one would be. Now, the first one was really kind of the real deal. They were all the real deals. Who cares? Now, besides the point, I still had to get the checkpoints and all that stuff. I ran. I won again. The final race was what it really mattered to take. But I wasn't supposed to do the final race there. I was doing the final race here. It was very I found a shortcut. They said it wasn't fair. They said there was no rules about it. So I just took the shortcut. I ran into some rocks, but I didn't get hurt or lose. I mean, pretty sure. I felt confident. Okay, I really don't even know if I'm gonna win or lose. I thought maybe I'd win, but I thought there was like a 0% chance. If we lost, we lose Moreland. Which I really didn't want to lose Moreland. It was my home. Okay, fine, it wasn't my only home, but who cares? My owner would lose me. And that would lose me too. Honestly. Kept running. Well, it took me a minute. And if I could get this done, I knew if this took me 2 minutes, I'd be in big trouble. But it didn't take me 2 minutes. I won. So, my final race was done. I was just glad. I never thought I'd win. My owner says I was magnificent. And I did too. But then, I saw something. It was my mother. She was a ghost. She said, "Son, you have done very good. Our home and everything is back together, and those awful GED people will not take it." I was glad. I was so happy I could burst into happiness. Well, I knew that was kind of... Loretta even thanked us. I was on level 3 I was on level 3. I was almost a champion. Well, 3 is far from 15. But I still was really happy. My friend checked the mail. See if anyone wrote her back. But no one did. We were sad about it. They didn't write us the check that she could have me. So, she said, "It's okay, boy." And then we heard something. The man at the shop said, "Congratulations on your new horse. I heard you get to keep her." Me and my owner heard it. We were just happy, so happy that... Oh, never mind. We were just so happy that we could stay together. Didn't want anything. There was a bear. But I think it was just my old friend. Wait a minute, it wasn't! Starting part 2.